Would you like to earn yourself some extra money this Christmas? Maybe you want to buy a gift for your friend, for your family. Maybe you want to donate some money to charity. Well, why don't you check out Profit Accumulator? So to find out more and to sign up, check the link in the description and get involved right now with Profit Accumulator.
Hi guys, welcome back to AFTV. I'm playing presenter today. How you doing, Cecil?
Oh, good. This is nice.
Yeah,
nice
it's different.
change.
We thought we'd change it up.
Put my feet up. Actually, no, I can't.
Wow, don't get too relaxed. I'm not feeling that way yet. But anyway, we're here to review Arsenal's epic draw with Southampton.
Finally, something that was positive. But it's positive. It's positive. It's not a loss. It's positive.
I feel better about it now than I did like when I was doing my fan count.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
I think there are maybe more positives to take out of it, but then it really kind of, every time you say that, you are dipping into that whole, look how far we've fallen. Like, look at our standards now.
Yeah.
It should really still be unacceptable, but
agreed.
I feel there's positives there. Shall we?
We should. Yeah, let's on that. Sorry to cut you. I don't think we can't obviously set. It's better than what it's been, but we're not getting carried away. We're not celebrating a draw. We are the mighty Arsenal. Obviously, right now it's just not the best time for us. But
a lot of we keep saying this, but a lot of fans can watch a game, feel how they feel, get on with it. Like, our job's to analyse. I think sometimes when you analyse it, you do come out with different perspectives. You realise certain things. So, should we get into it?
Yeah, let's get into it.
And guess what? In case you're worried.
Dun, dun,
Still got the like I'd go anywhere without this.
The pad.
I cease to exist without this tab.
No.
Anyway, let's do it. Let's go into some general match stats coming up on your screen now. As you can see, we had 9 shots in total to their 13. So we outshot, another game being outshot.
Yeah.
Can we be that surprised by that?
No,
we had 4 on
regularly.
target, they had 3. They had more on target.
Okay, that's been different though. That has been different. Normally we normally sometimes when we get outshot or when we outshoot a team, we have less on target. I remember that from, I think it was a Tottenham game. I think it was the same as that, but there was other games as well. So that's nice that we got more on target. I mean, it's a step in the right direction, I guess.
Oh God, we're clutch. You know, when you're at the bottom of the Marmite jar and you're just like, I just need like your script. Like, that's where we are with positives right now. Well, that obviously leads on to the XG, expected goals. For anyone who doesn't know, is basically a measure of how many goals you should have scored with the chances you had. We're 0.6 to their 1.2, so I suppose it favoured them. You know, they probably, for the chance they created, it would say they should have won. But I think it doesn't take into account things like fight and spirit and the circumstances of a red card and all that, does it?
To be fair, I'm still quite surprised by that because we hit a cross spot, obviously holding with a header at the end.
But was that like a good chance? Like, I almost think he made a lot of that chance, if that makes sense. Like,
yeah.
Well, but then maybe he should have done better. I don't even know.
Oh, that's a difficult one.
It is a difficult one. Let's go into possession and passing. Well, for passes, we had 335. They had 628. And before we discuss that more, possession, we had 35% to their 65. I mean, we were royally outplayed in the.
It's a bit void. It's a bit void because of the red card. I know it's not, but
What minute was the red? I keep forgetting. 60 something.
60.
Anyway,
62nd or 64th, I think.
I suppose that's a long time to play, but I do think even in that first half, there were moments where they looked like prime Barcelona. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I remember us saying that.
Knocking it about, and I was thinking, oh God, this.
To be fair, just before half time went, they were really toying with it. I remember actually now, and I was like, wow, they're actually just taking a mick with us. So, yeah, no, I don't know. That's the percentage difference there.
It's very high.
It's very high. I didn't know that. Yeah.
The red card made a difference for sure. Definitely. I mean, you can imagine that last 20 or so minutes, they just had the ball the whole time. But we've looked at those stats, but the stats that obviously matter the most are the goals. What did you make of Walcott's?
As painful as it is, I think he took it really well. I mean, to see him chip it instead of... I've
seen him miss so many.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was going to say. That's why I keep saying for him, I've got to give it to him. Yeah, for him to dink it over the keeper, I mean, that's a skill in itself.
Could Leno have done better?
No.
There's some debate. I don't think so.
That frustrates me. I was saying this, I did some fan cams, if you guys might have seen, and I did question fans in the sense saying, could Leno have done better? Because we had someone here, obviously, saying he could have. But I don't think so. It was a good finish. It was
a good finish.
It's difficult for the keeper to save, especially. I thought he was going to slot it next to him instead of trying to dink it over him. But listen, Walcott took it really well. My biggest fear right now is every ex-Arsenal player now scores, which it's like the stars aligned with the games that we have coming up. We've got Chelsea, Giroud to score. Obviously Walcott scored in this game.
Welbeck for Brighton.
Welbeck for Brighton. Like,
yeah, that's gonna happen. Isn't
it? This is what I'm saying. Like all these ex-Arsenal players, that would really just put the nail in the coffin. for Arsenal.
You know what that opens my eyes to is. Back a few years ago when we weren't the team, we weren't a great team. I'm talking 2012, 2013.
Yeah, I won't be at Everton as well. Sorry, I just
that's
to remember that one as well.
Point.
But carry on.
2012-13, we were never this bad. We were getting top 4, but there was a moment where the team looked a little uninspiring. Yeah. We had a front three of Walcott, Giroud, Podolski, and
I like Podolski.
I like Podolski. He had Trevino in the squad. In fairness, Cazorla in midfield. But I think when you look at that team, whatever deficiencies it had, there were bags of goals in that team. Giroud, Welbeck. Well, I know Welbeck came a few years later. Walcott, Podolski, Cazorla, Ramsey. They all scored. They all scored goals.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what our team lacked. You know, when Aubameyang scored, it was like that goal was kind of because let's touch on that now. That goal was kind of the only way we were ever going to score, wasn't it? You know? Second half, I thought we came out better. We looked improved again, like in Burnley. You know. Iffy first half, come out of it, not a great scoreline. Second half, we respond a bit better.
True.
Then a red card kind of ruins it for us. I mean, it was a similar thing. But that goal we scored was kind of like the only way we were ever going to score. Saka magic, taking out 2 or 3 players, and somehow it landing to Aubameyang in the box.
Yeah, I just want to touch on that because Saka. I mean, I think everyone knows I'm a big fan of the kid. I think he's probably I've been saying it for weeks actually. He's the best in the team, and people question me. I was like, "What about Gabriel?" And I'm not taking away from Gabriel. He's a great player for us as well. But I've consistently said Saka is the maturity of how he plays, and just the way he's so calm. He's played so much football and still is a shining light. And on top of that, I saw his Instagram post yesterday. I don't know if you guys saw it, saying we need to do better for the fans. Or it was along those lines.
Fans deserve better.
Like,
what a bloke.
I know.
I absolutely love Bukayo
Listen,
Saka.
what a ledge. So
absolutely, yeah.
See, I just had to touch on that. But yeah, no, the goal was brilliant. I'm happy for Aubameyang as well. Big up Aubameyang. I'm happy for you to get your goal that in open play as well. So hopefully it spurs some confidence for us to go forward and him to get more goals. I don't think he overly celebrated. Not that this matters, but I just feel like it was more of a relief. It wasn't like he didn't go crazy with his celebration. I think I was
watching it back this morning actually, and I really enjoyed 2 things about the goal. A, the way the players all ran to celebrate with him. I was sort of debating with some fans on social media about whether they were celebrating for Aubameyang or for the manager. We'll touch on that in a sec, but I think it was a sigh of relief around the club, and I think it was happy. I think it was for everyone, for Aubameyang, for Arteta, everything. But also what I loved is when it went in, Aubameyang, like his reaction, his celebration was almost like anger, which I love. He was kind of like finally, come on, like I'm back. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like he looked pumped rather than relieved. And well, he was relieved, but he looked pumped. He wasn't like, you know, running around the pitch with his arm. Do you know what I mean? Knee slide from 30 yards. Do you know what I mean?
I know, trust me, I know exactly what you mean.
So I did enjoy that. But I'm enjoying this presenter thing. This is good fun. We've got a few other things to touch on, but let's go back to the very start of the game. Normally we wouldn't really chat about this in a review show, but the lineup. The lineup we had is coming up on screen now. When I look at it, I was underwhelmed personally. What was your reaction to the lineup first?
First, I immediately questioned why David Luiz wasn't starting.
Holding did have a good game though.
He did, so that's harsh for me. I've been quite critical of Holding in his defence play, but I've said it many times. Gabriel and Luiz, I think, are the strongest pairing. So I was just surprised he wasn't in the squad. But then, he didn't start. He was in the squad, but he didn't start. But I suppose, Holding, hats off to him, he had a good game. I was upset to see not more youngsters. Firstly, on the bench. I'm not going to say within the start, because it would have been a surprise to see a youngster like Aziz or Balogun start. As much as I would love to see it, and I think they deserve it. In the way the team's playing currently, I think I would have been happy to see them on the bench, at least in the squad. was surprised about Nketiah starting up top. Going to be completely honest. Not say he didn't have a bad game, so I can't really say too much. But I just didn't know what warranted him starting.
Yeah.
Yesterday, I was surprised, but I mean, we didn't win. I was gonna say I can't really complain but we only got a draw. But yeah, those are the kind of the things that I was quite surprised about. I don't know what your thoughts were, James.
Yeah, I mean, I'll start with the positives. He changed it up. That's what we want. We saw 4 changes, I think, from the start against Burnley. Credit to him. The likes of Pepe came in, Ceballos came in. He went back to the back 3, which I think was quite smart. And also, it wasn't a back 3 with Saka coming into midfield. It was a proper back 3 and proper wing backs. So there was a degree of balance and structure, which I enjoyed.
Let me stop you there.
Yeah.
So you said a proper back 3 with proper wing backs. Now, do you think that's due to Xhaka being out there? I know that I'm not attacking Xhaka or Bellerin, but we know when Xhaka's in the squad, he drops back into that position to make it, I guess, a back 6. And without them there, that was not needed yesterday. Do you think?
That's a good question. Maybe.
Yeah, we need to
That's
break
a good
it down.
question. Maybe something shoot into the build-up.
We'll
definitely look into that.
We'll look into that.
Well, we did speak on our...
Sorry, that was on the spot.
No, it's good. We did speak a few weeks back about how no matter what formation he plays, it kind of ultimately always kind of looks the same way.
Yeah.
So, I mean, good to point that out. Otherwise, I was surprised about Nketiah and Holding as well. I thought Louise would come in. But in fairness, they all did quite well. So I can't really be too critical. I will be overly critical about 2 things, though. And... I want to end this on positives for the manager, but I'll get my criticism in now. Firstly, you don't need Louise and Mustafi on the bench. That's criminal. That's really... There is no situation ever in which you need to bring on 2 centre-backs.
Can't agree more.
Especially when you've already got 3 on the pitch and you've got Cedric as well, who's a right-back on the bench. So, calamitous for me. I mean, how Smith Rowe didn't get on the bench for Louise or Mustafi, I don't know. That's all I'll say on it. But, I mean... Do you agree?
I know. The red. Do you know what? I looked at you then. I saw the red light as well, and the red. Everything. Just the mist. It just came in together so well then. But do you know what? You're speaking facts. I didn't even consider. I forgot Mustafi was on the bench. So
it's a small thing.
No, but I would argue if
I think it matters.
Yeah, it does matter. I'd argue if Lacazette, Balogun, and Eddie.
Balogun,
if they are both on the bench, I would be like, we don't need that many strikers. It's never a case of that. So. You're right in that sense, and that's a schoolboy. I think that's a schoolboy error from Arteta. And I want to quickly ask you a question again. So I'm flipping to presenter. I can't help it sometimes. But do you think the players that started earned the right to start in the next game or kept their shirt? So likes of Eddie Nketiah and Holding, or do you think Arteta is going to go back to the drawing board and change for Everton? I know these are big questions. Sorry, these are questions we kind of need to sit back and...
I think we might do that in our preview.
Yeah, move that to the preview. Sorry, I can't help myself.
It's all right. It's a great question. I think overall, I don't think he'll change too much from this, for Everton. But that's all I'll say about the 11. As I said, 2 centre-backs. It just doesn't sit well with me.
It's fair.
Back to the game. Gabriel got sent off. 7 red cards in 12 months under Mikel Arteta. He came out and apologised, bless him. Now, I was very vocal about Xhaka and Pepe apologising. People were probably saying, how pathetic are you? It's because they did something utterly stupid that cost their team. Yeah. Gabriel, what he did wasn't stupid. It wasn't clever. It was poor team. It was poor game management.
Yeah, it was.
It was reckless, but it wasn't him being, a bastard, basically. Do you know what I mean? He wasn't trying to get aggressive and be overly aggressive to anyone. He just got a second yellow.
Do you think
trying to win the ball back?
Do you think it was the manager's fault for not taking him off when he got his first yellow, or do you?
I heard a lot of this. No, I disagree. I know he was having a bad game, but it's so rare that a defender gets on a yellow card and you take them off. So no, especially because when you look at tackle stats. Players don't make that many tackles per game, defenders actually, because it's actually the way football's gone. It's more midfielders who are winning in more tackles, and your defenders sweep up, intercept, win headers. That's what they do more than anything. So I don't think Arteta did anything wrong there. No, but did you think it was a red? I thought both challenges were yellow worthy, but was it all together worthy of a red? I thought it was harsh, but I do see why he went.
I think in today's game, both yellows were definitely justifiable. I think if I'm completely honest, I know Gabriel, he's quite tenacious, so as a player, from what I've seen, I think he's also still very young. I believe he's only 22 or 23. So,
yeah, very young.
So I feel like we've got to try and take the positives from it. It's like it's a good lesson learnt from him. And again, I think I said this in the fan cam. I think the second yellow, it wasn't smart defending. He got close to Theo Walcott. However, the only way I back him is that I think Gabriel thinks yard for yard, pace for pace, I'm the only guy that can really match up with Walcott. If he goes, I can get him. So that's why I understood why he got tight to him. However,
but then I'd suggest even less reason to get tight to him. Let him turn and foot race. Let's see.
Yeah.
Fancy yourself. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of, for me, it's the defenders with no pace that I think should be getting. Well, you do one of two things. Either you leave yourself loads of space
and back off,
or you go in really tight and try and nick the ball first. I think Gabriel's one of those defenders who he's got that pace and strength. You know, if you're going to go in, you win it. But if you don't, judge it rightly. I think it was just a bad moment.
That's where I think he went wrong. I don't mind him getting tight, but as soon as he got rolled, that's when he went wrong and took him that. As soon as you get rolled, let the player go and do the foot race. All right, cool, you're gone. I'm going to let you go, and we'll do it yard for yard and see who gets. Well, see if you can get away from me. That's what I think he should have done. And again, I can't. Sorry, I'm spending time on this. I can't contradict myself because I'm getting frustrated with seeing Arsenal, their defenders, backing off when someone's got the ball. We've seen it in almost
you're right.
every game.
We've criticised that.
Exactly. So then him getting tight, although it didn't work, I just think you have to understand, have a balance between it, and he just at the end of the day he just got it wrong. I just feel next time.
I feel for him, he'll come back. I really appreciate him going on social media and apologising. He didn't need to. This wasn't like the other two. He cost his team, but not in the same way.
No, not in the same way.
He did it by trying to be competitive and trying. So, and big love for Gabriel for what he's done. I'll get through these next two quite quickly. I'll just here's the average positions for both teams. I felt, looking at Arsenal, we were more balanced, I thought. Yeah. It wasn't all to the left or all to the right. I felt there was a decent balance to our play. I thought Pepe got in some good striking positions, actually, although I thought he struggled. But then when that's kind of the positive. When you compare it to Southampton's, just look how much higher. I mean, I was told by one of their fans that they weren't going to play the high line. I mean, that looks like a fairly high line to me. I mean, compare it to ours. But I think it's just a sign of also where the two teams are, and it's sort of shameful for us as a club that, with all due respect to Southampton, they can come to the Emirates and play us like that. Yeah. But we've got to be real with where we are. We're a mid-table club right now at best. And Southampton are in the top four or around it, and they played like it. Yeah,
they did. I think just from that, when I was watching it, I feel like they kept, like we always said, they get their ball up to the midfield so quickly, and we're nowhere to be seen. Yeah. They keep it, like I said, in our half pretty much. So that makes sense. The average position's there. There's not really too much I can take really from that. I'm completely honest.
I agree. Let's send us some positives. My man, Danny Ceballos. I love this guy. And it's become a bit of a running joke.
He had a good game. He did have a good game yesterday.
I want to say really honestly now, I think Danny Ceballos, around good players, top 6 quality, top 4 quality players, which I know a lot of people say we are, but I'm not sure we are in midfield. I think he thrives. I think if he plays for City, he looks brilliant. If he plays for Liverpool, he looks brilliant. I really do think that. I think there is a lot of talent. And he's inconsistent.
Yeah, that's the only thing.
He made an error going down, but I kind of see how it probably should have been a penalty as well. Do you remember yesterday when he turned?
I remember where he went down. I think he should have stayed. Personally, in my opinion, but I get the way he's trying to buy a penalty. I get it because I do it, but he could have stayed on his feet in that.
He was doing everything though in that first half, especially. Like you see these stats here. He had the most shots, the most key passes. This is in the first half where I thought we were lacking things. Yeah. In the second half, I think everyone raised their game a bit. But in the first half, highest of shots, key passes, total passes, successful passes. The only thing was passing accuracy, but that's because obviously, he was obviously attempting more risky passes.
Oh, is that your case for it?
He said 87%. And passing the opposition half 17, which is the most. I mean, he had a good first half, and if everyone can start the game the way Danny Ceballos did yesterday. I know he made mistakes. I know he wasn't flawless. I know he shouldn't have gone down. I know he picked up a stupid yellow card. I get all that. But I'm not asking for that much from these players right now.
Yeah, no.
And what Danny Ceballos gave me
100%.
was good enough for where we are and what I need right now from my players, which is a bit of fight and a bit of endeavour. So I thought he was good. Other positives, Bukayo Saka.
Class.
Awesome. Brilliant, wasn't he?
Class. Again,
I know we touched on it before, but again,
yeah.
what a phenomenal player. And what he said after, and he's just, he was excellent. And that obviously ties into the Aubameyang goal. God, he needed that so bad.
He needed it. He took it well as well.
It was a very good finish.
It was.
You know, that's not as easy as it looks.
No.
The touch and the...
But I'm used to Aubameyang scoring like that. That's what...
Yeah.
Well, I used to be used to it. That's what we'd like to see, him slotting it in the corner, putting it past the keeper. I just hope it continues. That's all. I hope it is the lift that he needed. And just hope it continues on games on Saturday.
I agree. We didn't lose, so I've got to ask this question, as ridiculous as it might sound.
Oh, I know what you're going to say. Go on.
Could that second half performance, the resilience we saw from the players, the fight, the goal, getting a goal back, having been completely outplayed, and also I felt like I was seeing 11 players that, to some degree, maybe have a future at the club. You know, when we broke down the whole...
Who's going to be here in 3 years?
When you look at them, when you look at that 11, if we bring it up again, a lot of those players were in our final squad, wasn't it? You know, Leno was there, Gabriel Tierney, Ceballos, we said iffy, but that's more because of the
loan deal.
Yeah. But El Neni, Maitland-Niles, Saka, Aubameyang, maybe not Nketiah.
They made a claim.
There was a lot of them there that you think actually maybe they are the sort of players. I thought they showed fight.
Yeah.
Is this potentially a turning point? I know it's not the win we wanted. Or was it the performance and grit that we needed?
Yeah, I don't want to get too ahead of ourselves.
I know, but worth asking.
No, I don't want to get too ahead of myself. What you've said though, and what we saw yesterday, like I said, it's more. They made more of a claim for their positions to hold their shirts for the next maybe year, or I suppose game by game. But yeah, I mean, it's a step in the right direction. We definitely.
It's a tiny step. We've gone from crawling to holding the table and doing a step while you're being carried by your mum. Yeah,
and then dropped. Yeah,
right.
Like it's hitting the ground again. But I feel that's the best way to describe it. If I'm completely honest, is we're finding our feet. It's a baby step in the right direction. We definitely, I was going to say this earlier, definitely still need quality added to the team. We do need to be active in this transfer window in January. But yeah, like I said, it's a step in the right direction. It was only a draw, but I mean, it's against a top 4 team right now. So.
When you're that low, you just need a bit of fight and grit and to look like they're playing for the manager. And I thought they did look like that personally. Right, well, Cecil, thanks very much.
Thank you very much. Thanks for.
It's nice to not be chatting about defeat.
It is. It really is.
It'd be nice to chat about a win in the league, wouldn't it?
Hopefully, let's hope and pray again for Saturday that we get a result, a positive 3 points on Saturday.
Let's hope. Well, guys, thanks so much for tuning into our review. It's been fun because there were some positives to delve into. But look, so much football over this Christmas period. It is absolutely relentless. We've got Everton, and with that, obviously, comes our watch-along, our build-up show. Pippa and Charlene will be there with the aftermath and all that. We've obviously got AFTV picks. So much stuff coming out on the channel. So do look out for it. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you at the next one.
Would you like to earn yourself some extra money this Christmas? Maybe you want to buy a gift for your friend, for your family. Maybe you want to donate some money to charity. Well, why don't you check out Profit Accumulator? With the help of Profit Accumulator, you can learn an easy way to earn some extra money by using a thing called match betting. Match betting is a safe and risk-free way to make money from free bets and promotional offers given out by bookmakers. And when done correctly, you can't lose. So to find out more and to sign up, check the link in the description and get involved right now with Profit Accumulator.